Let me tell you a story, okay? There's a carpenter, and he's been a carpenter, 25 years, runs his own business, has a crew of men that are working under him, yeah? And he's home, and he wakes up in the morning one morning. He goes out, has his breakfast, and he's checking through his phone, and he's got a whole lot of employees that he's responsible for, and he's got to direct them to different sites and so on and so forth. But this guy, he hasn't put down the tools yet. He still likes being a carpenter, yeah? He gets up one morning and he's ready to walk out the door. He's literally just grabbed his keys, his wallet, his phone. He's just reaching for the front door to walk out the door to get in his car and drive off to work. And his wife pulls him up and says, "We need to talk." He says, "Honey, I'm running late. Like, can this wait until I get home?" And she says, "No, I don't think it can wait." So he walks back into the house, sits down at the kitchen table, and she sits there and she says, "Look, I've got something to tell you. I've been having an affair with our neighbour for the last 2 years." Yeah. They've got 3 kids, all under the age of 10. Yeah. Husband and the wife, 3 kids, all under the age, all going to school. She's a stay-at-home mum. He just goes out and works his fingers to the bone, trying to support his family and so on. Yeah. So she drops that bombshell on him. But he realises he's got to get to work. Okay. Of course he's upset. Yeah. How could you do this? Like, what do you mean? And I thought he was a friend of mine and blah, 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 right? So he says, "I've got to go. We'll talk about this when I get home from work." So he gets in the car, drives off to work, and he's on site, and he's on the roof of this house, and he's hammering in wood, using a hammer. It's before nail guns were invented, this story. And he's on the roof of this house, and he's seething. He's seething. How could she do this to me? How could she do this to the kids? And the anger that's arising in him, you can imagine. Okay? And he's hammering these nails in. He picks up a nail and hammers it into this bit of wood, and instead of hitting the nail, he hits his thumb. And he was really hitting these nails 10 times harder than he usually does because he's so pissed. He's so angry. Yeah? And he splatters his thumb. He hits it so hard that he just flattens his thumb. You can imagine the pain, right? Yeah. In that moment, in that exact moment that he hits his thumb, what happens to the story of his wife cheating on him and his kids, and how could she do that to me, and blah, blah, blah? Where would his attention now go?
To the thumb, out of the mind, to the pain.
Totally out of there. And when you're out of there, and all of the attention is now focused on the thumb and the pain, yeah, might only last a moment, but what I'm saying is there's been an incredible shift of attention, correct?
Yes.
Good, yeah. He's going, "Oh, no, what'll I do?" Yeah. And for a moment, all he can do is just focus on the pain and the smashed thumb, yeah? But a minute later, yeah, now the thoughts start to come back in, and now he's thinking, "The bloody bitch, now look what she's made me do." Right? And then the story comes back again, yeah? Now he's got 2 experiences going on. He's got the story that's come back, yeah, and the thumb, and the pain of the thumb. What am I trying to show you there? The question that I asked you is, what is it that fuels thoughts?
Focusing on the thoughts. Focus.
Attention.
Attention. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
There's just a little analogy that I gave you that shows you that attention can shift rapidly to the point where the narrating and the story, that this big traumatic story that's been going, just goes, gone.
No.
Gone. Why? The attention has shifted. Yeah. So eventually, yeah, there's a natural process. I'm not telling you to go out and hit your thumb either, by the way, okay? Or hurt yourself. I'm not saying that, yeah? But eventually what happens, there's just a natural shift that starts to happen, okay, where you become more interested in just this than this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You start to see this is useless. This is not serving me. This is not helping me. Certainly to discover your true self or your true nature, if we want to, term it that way, yeah, this is useless. All you can use this for, this is important, yeah, all you can use the mind for is to come to understand what you're not. You can't use this to come to understand what you are. Yeah? When it finally dawns on you, oh my God, I'm not the thoughts, I'm not mine, I'm not this. If we're saying that the thoughts are happening in here, I'm not saying they are, okay? But the thoughts, yeah? When it finally dawns on you, I am not that. When it really dawns on you, I am not that. What you are then in the immediacy of now left with is, what's this? This becomes glaring now. This immediacy, this presence, this beingness. And as I'm saying that, I want to preface, it's not objective. The beingness, yeah, the awareness, they're not objects.
Yeah.
There's no one having that experience as such. Do you understand? It's just a shift. And you just find yourself right here. Oh, that's a major shift. If we want to call that a shift of attention, you kind of could, but it's more a shift away from this. Yeah. When you see the futility of it, yeah, the answer is not in the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only answer that is in the mind is what you are not. That's in there. Yeah. Because the seeming personal self is dualistic. So we can use a dualistic instrument to unravel the seeming dualistic self. But you can't use a dualistic instrument to come to understand what non-dual is. It's the wrong instrument. You can't use it. Yeah. It's like trying to use a tape measure to weigh yourself. It's the completely wrong instrument. So eventually there's just a dropping away, a letting go. And it's natural. I'm not saying, let the mind go. I'm not. But in coming to understand what you are not, there's a natural letting go. It's like the mind just drops away. It's just seen as not true, not truth. They're just thoughts. Jesus, they're just thoughts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all right. You're fine. You're fine. You're doing fine. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it.
There you go. You're speechless. Good.
Mm.
Good. That means you got that. Yeah. On whatever, okay. Yeah. Now, where are you?
Here.
Yeah. Where do you expect you're going to be when you come to know?
Here.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's being sought is already here.
And that's something that thought keeps on coming back. It's already here. It's what is.
Yeah.
Forget about what's going on.
Yeah. Good. Now good. Now let go of the thought. It's already here. It's already this. Let go of that too.
Yeah.
Let them all go, Jim.
Yeah.
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 They can be somewhat helpful. Thoughts can be somewhat helpful on this path, for sure. But there comes a point where you see, you know, the answer's not in there. It's not in there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this direct experience of being, which you're experiencing right now, does it require a thought?
No.
No. No. And it's only a thought saying, oh, sometimes I've got it, sometimes I haven't got it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's silly, yeah, when you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
Good. 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 Let go. Yeah. Yeah. You know, come back to, Jim, just as this is a pointer, okay? Come back to seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling. Careful the mind doesn't go, oh, who is it that's seeing? Who is it that's hearing? You don't need any of that. You don't need that narrative to be seeing, do you? Not at all. So just come back to the direct experience of seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. That's a guide. Yeah. Because that's being sought is even prior to that.
Right.
Could there be any seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling without this presence?
No.
No.
It's
good. So the seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling is still a guide. It's like a shift of attention. Do you understand?
okay.
Yeah, you shifted the attention to just here, just this. Just here, just this, hearing, seeing, tasting, touching, smelling. Yeah, direct. Do you understand? Direct. Yeah, that'll bring you here. That'll at least bring you here. Yeah, and out of there. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be right.
Okay.
You'll be right. Thank you, Jim. If you want to pipe in again, go for it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Jerry, how you doing?
I'm too full of ugly to be of any use in this group. I'm just trying to show up.
Oh, that's funny.
Too
full of ugly.
Too full of ugly. Too many parables of biblical story are crossing my mind and going, well, maybe there's supposed to be a villain in the story, and maybe I'm him. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just a story.
Yeah, more thoughts.
Yeah, it's just a big story. I understand. Yeah, just get out of there.
I did. I did my walk away. It's like, forget it. It ain't real. None of this is. It's just more thoughts, even thoughts about a condition of thoughtlessness. And
yeah.
But I go, well, none of it matters. I guess the other reality is it doesn't matter if I stay right here until I'm not in this form anymore. Which sounds pretty sad and nihilistic, I guess, at some level.
Well,
normal people, but
I don't know. I mean, did you track with everything I just said with Jim just then?
Yeah, but again, all intellectually, not experientially for here.
Okay.
There's no joy in what I've pursued up to this point.
Understood. Okay. So do you know absolutely what you're not?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, okay. I can parrot. I don't want to parrot.
No. Yeah, no, I'd rather just be honest. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So do you know what you are?
My short, immediate answer is I am these thoughts coming at you.
Good. Okay.
For all the feelings behind them, which
good.
feel like a storm. So
good. Okay. So who are the thoughts coming at?
Oh, the whole conversation about non-duality. It plagues me because I can't not return to it, but at the same time, I can't seem to experience it. It
Okay,
remains
that's okay. So,
like this weird peripheral awareness, but I can't get at it.
that's okay. Who's it plaguing?
Uh, well, we'll just say me, obviously.
Okay, what's that?
Me. Me
Mm.
is deep in the body experiencing frustration and pain.
Good. Where? Good.
Where?
Yeah.
Well, I
Where are you located?
right now at the base of my spine where I had a surgery 5 weeks ago. Yeah.
That's pain
Yes.
based at the
But
spine.
it's also a story. And
Yeah,
that's
true. True. But where is Jim in there?
You said Jim.
Sorry, Jerry. I beg your pardon. Thank you, Jim.
yeah.
Sorry, where's Jerry
Yeah.
in there?
This is, this goes back to I still feel very much like the story of the Jerry character.
I understand. I understand, but the Jerry character is experiencing the story as far as you're concerned. True.
Yes.
Okay. So where is the experience of the story being had?
In my body.
Good, which brings us back to that again. Where?
The boundaries of skin, all the way to the core.
Okay. So do you feel separate from the laptop? Do you feel separate from others? Do you feel separate?
Oh yeah, I feel like a distinct thing in a great space,
Good.
surrounded by other things.
Good. Okay. So you mentioned the skin. So anything outside of the skin is not Jerry. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay.
my purposes, yeah.
Sure. That's okay. Sure. So in that case, then we would have to say it's the body experiencing the separation. Yeah.
It feels like it
Okay. Now let's have a look.
because the mind and the body feel like they're all one gooey thing.
I know, but let's actually take a close look. Yeah. Look at your hand. Yeah. Is that hand experiencing separation?
No.
Good.
I know the absurdity of that statement. It can't.
Perfect. Okay. So then what part of the body is experiencing separation? What part of the body is freaked out and saying, oh my God, I feel separate, I'm alone in the universe? What part of the body? The physical body, your nose, your chin, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your legs. What part of the body?
Well, sensations occur in the chest when we talk
Yeah,
about it, like it wants to explode.
I understand. But what part of the body is experiencing the separation? Because it would have to be the body that's experiencing the separation, because you haven't been able to identify in the body where Jerry is yet.
No. It's just this is the attention to perceptions and sensations in the body that keep me planted in this thing.
Understood. But what we're trying to work out, if there's an experience of separation in this world, what else other than the body would be experiencing the separation? It's a physical, massive stuff, right? Blood, bones, veins. What part of the body? It's
Yeah, I
not.
know where you're going. I think I know what you're trying to say, but I would say the body doesn't have anything to say at all. This is all coming out of my mind.
Good. So, okay, good. So, is it the body that's experiencing separation?
No, I feel like it's being punished for what thoughts are occurring inside of it, inside my mind, which is
Good.
somehow located in the body.
Good. Now, do you understand how important that is? The realization the body is not experiencing separation.
No, I agree. It is not experiencing separation. My
Good.
mind is experiencing separation.
No, no, no. Your mind's not experiencing separation. Your mind is saying, I'm experiencing separation. Let's look at that. Yeah. Okay. Let's mind. Yeah. Mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it a thing?
It's the space where thoughts arrive here
Yeah. Okay.
instead of there. 'Cause,
Good.
I mean,
And good.
there
And
are
that
thoughts that occur here in this space I call mind.
good. Good. That space. Is it
Yes.
experiencing separation?
Yeah, because I can't feel anybody else's thoughts and sensations.
No, no, no. The space.
Space. No, you're right. Space. Space.
Just
All
stay with
space
this.
is connected. All space is space. It's all just one thing.
Right. So it's not the mind that's experiencing separation. It's
Okay.
only thoughts that are arising saying, I'm experiencing separation. But when you actually go there and truly look at it, is the statement that the mind is, or thoughts are pumping out, I feel separate, is it true?
This is where it gets kind of sad and lonely feeling because
It's okay.
that's all there is, man. I mean, everywhere I
What?
go, these thoughts are here.
That's not the question.
I know. I don't
Okay,
understand.
just come back. It's okay. Just come back to the question.
Try the question again.
Okay. So you've identified that space, mind, isn't experiencing separation. Space.
I would like to say conclusively that what you just said is true, but it feels like something's hanging on there and going. But I think I think I'm parsing words rather than hanging
It's
on to the
okay.
concept.
It's okay. I'm trying to get you to the direct experience.
Yeah.
Let's just look at it together. Honestly, look at it together and see what we actually discover. Not what we think is happening, what you actually discover. Because thoughts are saying, I feel separate, right?
Yeah.
Good. Can a thought feel?
Somehow it's wrapped up into my body.
Can
So
a,
it
I know,
feels like thought
but
and feeling are happening.
I'm not, look closely, look really closely. Can a thought feel? Let me ask you this. Look at me, Jared, just for a sec. Yeah. Can these fingers feel? Is there sensation? Is there feel happening here? When you do that, there's a sensation of feel, is there not?
Yes.
Good. Can a thought feel?
Yeah, it's the other end of the stick. There are thoughts about feelings, but I don't
Yeah.
think feelings.
Good. Yeah, 100%. You're 100% right there. Yes. There are thoughts about feelings, but can a thought feel? Because a thought is saying, I feel blah. Just a thought. Now, if that was a true statement, I feel blah, then the thought would have to have the capacity to feel.